First, the highlights. Lagos State Building Control Agency grants 4 weeks extension for collection, submission of certified accreditators program formed. Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps says 135,000 liters of illegal petroleum products in Akwa Ibom. And on the foreign scene, Bangladesh courts crab quarters on government jobs after deadly unrest. And in sport, Nigeria secures tickets to Davis Cup World Group 2 after defeating Ghana in Africa qualifiers. Now the news in details. I am Timmy Dayo. Anthony. The Lagos State government, through the Lagos State Building Control Agency, LABCA, has granted 4-week extension for collection and submission of an expression of interest form for interested consultants in the built environment registered with relevant professional bodies in Nigeria to indicate interest in the Certified Accreditators Program, CAP. General Manager of LABCA, Balaoki, said this while reviewing the responses by interested applicants in the new scheme. Oki noted that the extension is aimed at giving more professionals in the built environment the opportunity to participate in significant initiative. He reiterated that CAP program, a public-private synergy, is aimed at leveraging the peculiar expertise and the experience of private sector professionals to further accelerate LABCA's effectiveness towards optimum service delivery. The certified accreditor, among other responsibilities, are expected to carry out screening of drawings and stage inspection services for all structures in various categories, as well as monitoring activities for compliance with the Lagos State Building Control regulations. Lagos State Parking Authority, LASPAC, has noted with concern a recent social media post regarding parking charges for churches and worshippers in Lagos State. General Manager, Lagos State Parking Authority, Adebisi Adelabu, stated that the posts incorrectly stated the LASPAC announced that it will from October 2024 charge churches and worshippers in Lagos State who parked vehicles on designated streets around places of worship. Adelabu said to clarify the matter, the information is inaccurate and does not reflect the true intent of the communication. She said the Lagos State government is not imposing parking fees on churches or worshippers for parking on the street around the religious institutions, while noting that LASPAC is implementing the Lagos State parking policy to mitigate parking-induced traffic congestion across the state. It should be recalled that Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu approved the introduction of regulated on-street parking scheme, which was announced during a stakeholders forum held on February 14, 2024. Adelabu added that LASPAC remained committed to improving traffic flow and parking management in Lagos State through transparent and equitable measures that benefit all residents and visitors alike. The Lagos State Parks and Gardens Agency, LASPAC, has announced the commencement of rehabilitation work at Ndubisi Kanu Park in Alausa. General Manager of LASPAC, Dayo said the park, named after a former governor of Lagos State, Ndubisi Kanu, is one of the several recreational parks under the agency's management. According to her, the renovation project to be completed in October 2024 would necessitate a partial closure of the park in the first instance to carry out preliminary work and full closure after. Bukola said during the period of partial closure, individuals and small groups of up to 10 people will have free access to the park with a maximum occupancy of 500 people. She said large gatherings and events will unfortunately not be held at the park till it is reopened after the renovation. General Manager urged park users to use other parks such as JJT Park Alausa and Abayomi Fini Park Oregon, among others, during the renovation period, while maintaining that LASPAC remains committed to providing functional public recreational space in Lagos State and appreciates the understanding and cooperation of park users and the general public during the partial closure. Bukola stated that additional updates will be provided as project progresses. The federal government has rescued an additional 58 Nigerian women and children trafficked to Ghana. In June, the federal government rescued at least 10 Nigerian teenage girls aged between 15 and 16 from human trafficking and prostitution. The girls are reportedly lured to Ghana with promises of a better life, but were instead forced into prostitution. Director of Media and Public Relations and Protocol for Nigerians in Diaspora Commission, Abdurrahman Balogun, stated that the latest rescue, a total of 105 people have been rescued over the past few months. Providing a breakdown of the state of the 58 rescued Nigerians, Balogun stated that 47 are from Kano, 5 from Katsina, and 2 from Jigawa, and 4 from Kaduna State. Balogun noted some of the suspected traffickers have been arrested and handed over to security agencies for profiling and prosecution. And now to the rest of the stories. The Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, Akwa Ibom State Command, has arrested 9 suspected smugglers in connection with illegal dealings in petroleum products and impounded 3 trucks conveying 135,000 liters of the product in Akwa Ibom. The State Commandant of NSCDC, Eluyemi Eluwade, said the suspects were arrested by the anti-vandal unit of the command on July 14 along the Ikot-Abasi-Port Harcourt Expressway. Eluwade said the trucks were halted for a routine inspection of documents by NSCDC personnel who insisted on citing relevant papers, including the license to buy, sell, and convey petroleum products as stipulated in the Petroleum Industry Act. He said another suspect was also arrested by operatives of the agency on July 15 in Idu Oran local government area for criminal conspiracy, tampering and theft of the armored cable in transformer at the Nigerian Medical Association Center in Oran. Eluwade said the suspect who was under investigation was believed to have connived with criminals who breached the security of the facility where he was providing security and vandalized and stole armored cable. The Director General of the National Youth Service Corps, Yushuan Ahmed, has called for substantial support from the 774 local government chairmen across Nigeria. According to a statement issued by NYSC Director of Information and Public Relations, Eddie Megwa, General Ahmed's appealed to bolster the achievement of the scheme, which heavily relies on the active engagement of key stakeholders. Ahmed emphasized the importance of local government involvement in the NYSC. He informed the council chairman that while the federal government shoulders a greater part of the responsibility of running the scheme, the enabling acts saddled state and local government with complementary responsibility, which include the provision of facilities like orientation camps, core transit lodge, and other forms of intervention that are essential for the welfare of core members and the general success of the scheme. And now to foreign news. Bangladesh top court has scrapped most of the quotas on government jobs that have sparked violent clashes across the country that killed at least 100 people. A third of the public sector jobs had been reserved for the relatives of veterans from the country's war for independence from Pakistan in 1971. The court has ruled just 5% of the roles can be reserved for veterans, relatives, and the government has not yet responded to the ruling. Street in capital Dhaka are deserted as a second day of curfew is in force. The sporadic clashes have been reported in some areas. There are also unconfirmed reports that some of the leaders have been arrested. Meanwhile, thousands of university students have been agitating for weeks against the quota system, which they say is discriminatory and should be replaced by recruitment based on merit. It is not immediately clear how the protesters will react to the Supreme Court's decision, but some protest group leaders are also demanding justice for the killings. And now in sports. Nigeria has secured promotion to Davis Cup World Group 2 after beating Ghana in the ongoing Group 3 Africa qualifiers in Abuja. The road to Nigeria's promotion to World Group 2 was down to the efforts of Christopher Bulos and Michael Emmanuel. They defeat the Ghanaian duo of Abraham Asaba and Isaac Notte, winning with identical scores of 6-3, 6-2. After the conclusion of the competition, Ghana and Cote d'Ivoire were relegated to Group 4, while the Benin Republic remained in Africa Group 3. Zimbabwe and Namibia are the other countries joining Nigeria in World Group 2, having also secured impressive win at the event. But just before we go, stay so down at road junctions, intersections, and pedestrian crossing. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms. X at Traffic Radio 961, Facebook Traffic Radio 961.fm, Instagram Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Subscribe and watch the news and programs live on YouTube at Traffic Radio 961. You can also visit our website at www.trafficradio961.ng. Now, did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration renovated 197 public schools across the state? You can get more details on Lagos State Government's website. To end the news, here are the highlights of the major story. The Lagos State Government, through the Lagos State Building Control Agency, LASBAC, has granted a 4-week extension for the collection and submission of an expression of interest form for interested consultants in the built environment registered with relevant professional bodies in Nigeria to indicate interest in the Certified Accreditors Program, CAP. The Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps, Akwa Ibom State Command, has arrested 9 suspected smugglers in connection with illegal dealings in petroleum products and impounded 3 trucks conveying 135,000 liters of petrol product in Akwa Ibom State. We also told you that Bangladesh top court has scrapped most of the quarters on government jobs that have sparked violent clashes across the country that have killed at least 100 people. And in sports, Nigeria has secured promotion to Davis Cup World Group 2 after beating Ghana in the ongoing Group 3 Africa qualifiers in Abuja. For contact with the newsroom, please send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. The ends the news broadcast compiled by Zainab Adebashi. I am Timmy Dayo. Anthony, many thanks for listening and do have an amazing Sunday.